Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up. Wake up, Earth Angels. It's Friday and it's a gloomy one. Grand day. Hope y'all had a good day coming to the live. Hope y'all had a good day coming to the live. I don't think I'm gonna be that long. I just wanted to jump on and say hey to everybody. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Coming to the live. I do not own the rights to this beautiful jazz music. Just vibing, that's it. See how everybody day going, that's it. Grand day. Hope you had a good Friday. Hope all y'all been having a good Friday today. Grand day. Light and love, grand day. Thank you for joining. How y'all day been? Y'all come in, anybody can come in and say anything. And I guess I could start conversation. We could start from there. But welcome. Share the live as y'all come in, guys. Share the live. Grand day. Frederick, Kristen. All right. Who is this? D-Gun. Hey. Apple user. I welcome anybody long as they got respect. Happy Friday. Remember, this is for my Earth Angels and my gays only. Earth Angels and gays. I wouldn't say only, but this is the target audience. Earth Angels and gays. Anybody else can sit and listen. And comment, because I look for feedback too, y'all. Remember, we building. So I can't jump on here all the time and just tell my life right off my head. Y'all have to ask questions or you have to interact, and you will get more out of people this way. Instead of just coming to stare, engage. This is how we need to be even when we come to y'all page. Everyone need to be given some type of feedback. This is how solutions get created to different things. If we just sitting here staring at each other, that's just like dating. If you go to the club, like a lot of y'all want love. If you just going around staring and you beautiful or you pretty, but you ain't saying nothing, how is anybody gonna know what you about? Or I guess what you can do. So we got to start engaging, not just coming supporting by staring. Let's say, hey, I ain't even worried about the hearts. That's icing on the cake. But just interaction. This is what, if y'all really look at it, this is what the government go off of. Since y'all want to talk about something. If we just sit and stare at them and we don't pay them no energy, or we don't give them no money or nothing, this is what will happen with them. You understand? They won't go nowhere because they won't have no energy from us. So actually, y'all can use this power that y'all do on Facebook, Instagram. You know how y'all cancel culture? If we can cancel artists, you can cancel the government and you can cancel anything that you ain't happy with because we have the power. We need to know that. Miko, we need to know we got the power. So if we can sit here and stall out artists and we can make our friends and relatives feel bad and stuff, trust me, we got the power to make the higher ups feel it as well. And we need to start practicing that, especially moving into 2026. Let's make moving into this new year count. And the new year ain't until the end of March, beginning of April. But still, since we gonna play this game and we gonna play out the strip, since we going into a so-called new year, make it count for something. Like, y'all got all these resolutions. Let the resolution be for a better life. for something that's enjoyable in the small time y'all really know we got. Because some of us, it's sad, but some of us know we don't have much longer here under these circumstances that's going on this planet. And when you sit here and look at this kind of stuff, why not try and start making provisions or doing something about it? Reaching out to each other. Start building the little communities, as I keep saying when I get on here. Y'all already know, I told you, 2026 is stop. S-T-O-P. Stop. 2026 is stop. And that is for us. That's our signal for us to just stop. Nobody can make you do nothing. And then when they make you do something, then you really gonna have the right to fuck somebody up. Because nobody can make you do nothing. You have every right to sit and move when you want to. So start practicing that. Meaning your coins, your actions, any of that. Just stop. And wake up, wake up, wake up. The wake up part is wake up to every aspect. Every aspect of what's going on around you. When you wake up in the AM, take a look at your life. First, look at you, because it starts with us first. For anybody else, it starts with us. Then take an outward look at your situation, which you created, because you are the creator. You got to remember that. When they say you created that problem, you are the creator. So when someone say you created that problem, just think of all the other things you can create. Because if you can create problems, you damn sure can create solutions as well. And we have to get in this mindset instead of thinking we cornered or just stuck in one position. Ain't nobody got us stuck in shit. The higher power put us here. So where it's a will, it's a way. And you have to think that. But it also will be helpful to have some damn reinforcement and some backup that you can count on. So why not take the time and start building that? Because it is people out here who want to genuinely be friends with you, who genuinely want to be loved by you. We just have to, it got to be put out there. We all got walls up. Damn near every last human got a wall up. This is what's going on with relationships. And you can't fault it. You can fault it, but you can't fault it. Because it's people's free will to be with you or not be with you. And it's people's free will to change their mind if they want to keep hanging out with you, hanging around you, if you feeding them anything into their life which is making them grow. You understand? So it's people's prerogative to be around you, but you got to see what you producing as well. You got to see what your whole purpose is about. Because all us came here with a specific purpose. That's one thing about it. You have a purpose. If you walking, talking, moving, no matter if a demon can get hooked on to you or not, you still have a purpose. So therefore, that means it's hope for you. It's hope for us. So long as we breathing air on this place, we don't have to feel defeated. Don't nothing have us defeated but our own mind. And this is what they know. And this is why they keep trying to overtake it. And this is why every distraction and the weather and everything else keep trying to get us down. If it keep us in a lower state, if y'all really think about it, spirit trying to tell us to evolve. Why you think we didn't know nothing about 5D, 6D, 7D, 8D? You know why? Because it's showing us the pattern that we supposed to be headed in. We can't always stay low. We got to elevate. We got to rise up. So why you wouldn't think this is the perfect time? Well, the best time, because nothing is perfect. This is the best time for us to do this. With all the best time for us to do this. With all us coming on board and we hungry for a different way. We all know it's a better way. It's a different way. But the only way Granday, thank you. See that? I love it. We connecting with people in Africa, and we need to talk about that too, y'all. Because although, yes, I will say Nigeria is known for some mean things, but so is America. And they don't deserve to get bombed, just like us. But well, you better know this. What goes around comes around. It's a boomerang effect with that. So any of you, because I tried not to think about this to bring it up because I know it's biased, but we got to stop being scared to speak on stuff. This stuff is detrimental to us. And it's karma in this world. You can't do something to somebody and think that it ain't going to come back to you. I don't care because you don't get to make the judgment to think what you doing is right, retaliating against somebody. But I'm telling y'all, this country keep opening up worms after worms after worms. And the fact that we the people are sitting here on the ground, we are subjected to anything that comes our way. And guess what? We gonna be the first ones to feel it. Cause what can we do? We ain't got no shelter to run to. And you don't, like I said, pay attention to what's going on around you. You got people building stuff underground. That's an indication that something is going to hit the surface and they want to be safe underneath something. All us don't have access to go underground. So therefore, we is the target. We are the scapegoat. We are what they gonna use for cover when whatever do hit or whatever is coming this way, because they know what's coming this way. Y'all said something about do they use psychics? You better believe if you use psychics, they use psychics. They human just like us. They got intuition just like us. They wonder, they curious, they want to be God and all these things. So why you think they got lab rats, they got labs, they got robots? Because they test everything. They've been testing everything. Some of these people don't even go to sleep. We go to sleep. They don't even sleep. They work around the clock with their minds ticking, trying to cover every little scenario that the mind might have on why this do this, why humans this, where's God, where's Jesus, where's this, who is Buddha, do this. They trying to cover every aspect. Trust in Jesus, don't break laws, and enjoy the fresh air. Keep telling yourself that, and y'all keep saying that for years, and what has it got you? And it ain't no disrespect. This is for earth angels and gays. If that is not the case, thank you for watching. We don't want to be disrespectful, period, point blank. But Jesus is our brother on this page. He is not the Savior. We are Jesus. we got Christ-like hearts just like Jesus. But this is not that time. Like I said, we are not teachers. If it's something that if you that satisfied with that religion, then you have to go over in a group. You have later Gator, you better believe it. You go over into a group that support that. We found a group that support our way of thinking. This is what's wrong with people. It ain't that we disagree with Christianity. Don't get me wrong. That's the flow of which we came through. We just didn't get stuck there. We don't need nobody telling us this is our Savior. We'll get the feeling for ourselves. We'll get the downloads. And we'll get the signs that this is the way to go. Obviously, it wasn't the way to go. You have so much rebellious against it. So that's a sign. That should be a sign to you too. Not for you to turn away from it, but keep digging, because it's still something. And you ain't on this page for no reason. So there go your sign right there. But anyway, those of us who is on the same page, you know what's at hand. You know you got a so-called couple of days. I ain't gonna say that you need to be pondering, but this is heavy thinking to me. That's why I'm in reflect mode. Period, point blank. Usually this be the time people go around partying, gathering up stuff so they can celebrate. This obviously this ain't the year to celebrate. This been the worst year of my whole fucking life, period. If I had to pick a year that has been my worst year, this is it, 2025. Trust me. So you better believe I'm sitting contemplating on how my year will be better next year, which it really couldn't possibly, because you couldn't bring my grandma back here, so it can't get no better. So I just have to have a different perspective of how I see myself here versus also my purpose of being here. Because once somebody who was the number one person that loved you the way that you feel that love should be shown to you and appreciated is gone, you could feel kind of lost in this world, especially around the love that's left to you for you to choose from, and you know that that's not the genuine love that has been shown to you as an example of someone truly caring about you. Trust me, this can be a scary place. So that's why a earth angel, a star seed, a chosen have to jump into their purpose, because this physical is not enough. Anything about this physical is not enough. Not even a human, not a mama, a daddy, a cousin, none of that. It's your purpose or why you are here. Who are you? All the gifts that you possess, because you do possess gifts, so you can start digging into that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to dig into making the perfect relationship, you know, with another human, which 9 times out of 10 is an assignment, and you both supposed to be learning something. You understand? So you don't, if you know it's an assignment, you don't try and put your whole heart in it, because once you do, any of us who know this, you put your whole heart into another human and stuff like that, it's very well to get broken. And that's why I say it ain't to be mad with that person, because that's just the human nature thing or whatnot. They can't help, they gonna break your heart, because one thing about it, 2 things for sure, a human gonna look out for themselves. And if you really think about it, we should look out for ourselves. AKA, this is what we should be doing against a system that ain't treating you fair. You understand? You have to look out for self, because you ain't gonna have nobody else doing it for you. Yeah, believe it, it's the game. It is. And we got to stand up and say we either want to play a different way or we don't want to play this game, because this game is boring. And y'all are game players. We game players. That's why y'all think Nintendo and Sega and all this stuff, it wasn't made by mistake. Nothing on this planet is by coincidence whatsoever. You got so many scenarios to look at life and its perspectives from. You can look at it as a board game. You can look at it as a video game. You can look at it as a movie scene. So, you have many different ways you can position yourself to look at the world and the people in it and the things that you meet and the things that you do. Wizard of Oz, The Wiz, The Never-Ending Story. All the movies really just showing another perspective of the world and how it's looked at. And this is how we have to be. But we also have to see a world where we coming together. We don't saw a world where we was fighting and separated, and just in turmoil. Let's picture a world where we at least trying to get along. Let's picture a world where we at least trying to compromise and come to some kind of common ground in these relationships where both parties don't have to be right, and it don't hurt to not be right. You understand? And a lot of us do got that bad, because you got to think of the abuse that we take from school to the job, and then bring it home. or whatnot, and tell me you don't take that stuff out on your significant other or the people around you. And it's not by coincidence. I believe that stuff is set up to frustrate you too, because that's energy you bringing from outside. You ain't even got no way to come from work, from school, from church, or any of this stuff that don't frustrate you on the outside world. You don't have no way to kind of break none of that off you, and you bring that home, and then you give it to your wife and children. And y'all definitely know, we know this pattern, because think our parents growing up in the childhood you had. Trust me, if my mama boyfriend, if it was Monday through Thursday, we was good. Come Friday, when payday come, it could go two ways. He can be in a cheerful mood, or he could start drinking. Once we see beer in his hand, we already know it's a possibility we finna hear my mama screaming from getting beat that night. And I mean, this is the reality that you have to look at. People that we deal with as dealing with the society and dealing with different circumstances from people that we encounter out in the world. Hey, Boom Boom. Yeah, we on here just talking how the day going. How your Friday, Poop? It's boring as hell here, but it's raining in Pittsburgh, so I just jumped on to meet a few people, get our fan base up. I'm trying to tell people, 2026, we really finna make it. It's out here, and we can make it, but we need to not be so money hungry. Trust me, higher power gonna show us another way where we can get paid and get everything we want. Money is not everything. That's the problem. These people don't got us so hooked on money or whatnot. Nobody can take their mind off of it. But I'm telling you, once we take our mind off their money, then they really don't have no power over us. Like, cause that's the one thing we feel, the more money we harness, the better off and the most protected we'll be. But you gotta think, that's the mindset them higher ups got. And look at these hoes, they jumping off buildings, they got people following them to kill them and all this stuff. You understand? So do you want to switch destinies with them? You got to think that. Do we want to switch destinies with these higher ups that got all the coins, got the access to the information we trying to get? Because trust and believe, if they in that system and they have a wandering mind, meaning them celebrities, they being nebby. This is why they getting in trouble and they can't really speak to us about the things they seeing. Because some of them doing their homework. Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, you don't think them people going to Africa and all these other places where they can get this information that y'all hearing about on TikTok, but they can't share it with us? This is why they be targeted. So you meaning to tell me y'all want to switch lives with them just to be famous, and these people wish they could sit at home like me and just be bored? Nobody bother them. You have to really think and be careful what you ask for. And that's fine, long as you here right now, you fine. Life is life and right now. I don't hold nobody accountable for anything. I don't. 1 minute you up, 1 minute you down. That's just how life is, and we have to go with that flow. Anybody who can't understand that life is life and for you right now, you definitely don't need them in your life or to be talking to them. So I understand. Get yourself together or whatnot. But yeah, y'all, 2026, make it about you. Make it personal, but also make it time where enough is enough. It is. If y'all fed up being in relationships where you giving up more of you than the next person, then you need to take that same feeling and have it applied for a bigger source that got they got the power of your life in their hand. And we need to all start sticking together and speak on it. Speak on it. Speak on it. But also making solutions. It's okay to speak. We've been speaking too much. It's time to start making solutions. And we got the power to do that. It's just coming together, coming to common ground. Cause we're not gonna agree on everything. Remember, you're gonna have agreeable and disagreeable people. But we need to shock them in some kind of way. And I think that's gonna be the miracle of it all. Just us coming together, because it's so powerful once we do. So this is why this is such the biggest task on this planet. Once we come together, it's gonna be so unstoppable. Look at just TikTok on the different creativity that y'all do. Period. This is in a whole. This is just speaking as a whole. Look at just different ways you get on here to amuse people about your life. And you don't think this is why they harnessing you or harnessing our energy, making it in a bubble, in a box where they saying all of it belong to them. See, even though we are free people, since we on these people platform and our name signed into their shit, these people really feel they own us. This is why they give you such a so-called big amount of money, but that money got a string tied to it. You better know that. That money got a string tied to it, and they gonna pull it along, and you gonna chase it, and they gonna want you to do the same thing to the next person. That's why they got all us or some of y'all advertising saying, push your content, push your content. They not interested in your thoughts. They want to lock them up in a box, cause at least they got them, and then they gonna feed it to the AI robot. We know this. Everything we say, they gonna feed our stuff to them AI robots, and they gonna do it better than us. That's why I said manipulation. We need to manipulate back. Just like they know how to hack, y'all know how to hack. We ain't finna do nothing but start hacking them AI robots. I mean, because if it's a war they want, it's a war they'll get. Because remember, the spirit is helping us as well. And with the spirit, it's the unknown. So it's smartness that they have never saw. So this how all these different bright ideas come up. I mean, you can think highly of yourself, but it's really not you. It's the spirit and the downloads that's coming in through you or whatnot. And this is why we have to get these up out of us or whatnot, period. And thank you, it's protection. That's why you see it. So protection, and we all need it. Not saying, you know how people be talking about stones, it's how you believe. Everything is your imagination and how you believe. Period, point blank. Just like they say, ain't no savior and stuff like that. It's really not. But in your mind, if you look at yourself as powerful, that's why when you sick or whatnot, if you envision yourself upbeat or moving around and stuff like that, you do that thing or whatnot. It's really how your spirit feel, which is your inner thoughts or whatnot. So if you feeling down and low, if you envision in your mind or imagine like a child that you flying and you bright and you put on colors and music, this is why you have all these different tools around you to uplift the spirit. Because like I said, they feed off your energy. Long as our spirit is low, we food. And y'all done heard this scenario before. I could see if y'all didn't. We are just food. When we at our lowest level, this is when we most love. Remember, when we at our highest level, this is when we dislike and misunderstood. Because either people shocked that you learned it, or they mad they not up there with you about it. And hey, we just have to be examples. You have to be the example that you want to see in this world. Michael Jackson said it, man in the mirror, period, point blank. And he has so many other jewels about the heart and how we need to love each other. Go back and start listening to some of them music, some of his lyrics, and let it trigger you. Because Michael Jackson wasn't gave to us for no reason, and he's not the greatest for a reason. Remember, ain't nothing happened by mistake. It was the pure heart, and it was the message. And it's actually the message that he's leaving behind. Because that stuff was for the future. Why you think the babies coming out now, it resonate with them? It resonate with them for a reason, because it's a message for the future, because it's timeless, because the message will not die. We need to make messages that will not die. That's why this music is dying, because it's not messages that will help or make everlasting situations go on existing. It's for right now music. That's really why they want to get rid of this street music, whatever they call it, street rap, whatever. They don't change our name so much. Hip hop, leave it at hip hop and put it in a glass case as a trophy. It's been there and it's done. You can't redo something that's already great or whatnot. So it's transitioning, and it need to go to conscious rap. Period, point blank. We don't talk enough about slinging and snatching pocketbooks and doing drugs. Tired of hearing it. It ain't even got to look for it no more. That should let y'all know that. Drug dealers don't have a look. Gangbangers don't have a look. Now, when you don't got a look to associate yourself with, you know you running out. Because you don't have an identity to stick to. Hell, let me even say this. That jail shit, with people going to jail, that's playing out. You see, that don't even have a look. That actually used to have some type of appeal and coolness to it. That don't have, it has a dumbness to it now. And that's why most of them don't woke up. And they see, why should I have to go spend my life in jail over some homies that say they got my bike, when that ain't nothing but just a lot of chitter chatter and just to play like you cool with me and get me on your side, but to get me under your pyramid. Because gang members, that shit is a pyramid scheme too. That just so they can have followers when they really could have helped. They could have helped the community too. Since they so bad and want to shoot up people and shoot each other, they could have protected us. But we take all our goodness and we turn it into something else or use it for something else that could actually benefit us. Because all these solutions is so easy. I could see if it was something we had to go have a lot of money. We don't have to have a lot of money to get along. We don't have to have a lot of money to organize something where we get along. So it's us. Let's be honest. It's us holding us back. So 2026, we need to get out our way. We do. We got to get out our way. I know this won't get heard enough, but 2026, us earthlings that are rising, since we are the earth angels and the chosen and the star seeds and the gays, the ones who are discovering who they are. Some gays, I can't even put you in the category with me, period, and I don't give a damn about it. If you ain't hungry for finding out who you is and why you here and keep adding to this bullshit that you know is tearing us up and even giving us a better name. We already do got one. And then this whole women and men against each other. Well, hell, let me start with the women against the gays and stuff like that. Cut that shit out. Because the gays came from a woman. Period, point blank. They only learn from y'all. And it's y'all behavior. Period, point blank. Y'all was the role model first. Not even the daddy. And I'm a gay man, so I'm going to sit up here and tell you. Blame yourself first before you sit up here and gonna blame a gay boy, which started out a gay boy first, then grew into a gay man, then grew into a transsexual because they, first of all, didn't feel comfortable in the skin that they was in. And y'all should be able to relate to that. They just take it a bit dramatic after that. But that's because they still crying out and they happy to be free and they happy to put the makeup on and say they pretty. So, I mean, be lenient in them being happy in their skin, but they still got to be taught you're not above everything. It's okay. We all can exist here together just long as people respect each other. That's it. Respect. Respect. Mamas, daddies, aunties, cousins, brothers, sisters, teachers, doctors, lawyers, plumbers, everybody. As long as you just respect. Lovers, definitely lovers. Period. Respect. That's it. You don't even got, nothing ain't got to be perfect. Just tell the truth. The truth do hurt. When y'all get tired of dealing with somebody, just say it. Man, I'm tired of dealing with you. And I mean, it sound funny, but you rather people tell you something up front and hurt your feelings instead of lingering you on. We need to normalize that. It's okay to hurt people's feelings in the beginning. Hey, I ain't feeling you. I thought you was what I wanted, but it's my right to keep looking. It's my right to sow my royal oats. I'm only human and I like sex. You don't like sex like that. Me, on the other hand, I'm not big on sex like that because it got to be a connection first, always, and will always be that way. You understand? So I understand, and I don't penalize people for that because we all do got different sex drives and stuff like that. So I would never hold somebody to that, to make me happy and I ain't making them happy. But don't turn your whole life about sex. Because sex is a weapon. Here, it ain't just the same. It's for bringing forth different spirits into this world. It's a way of showing affection. To say, hey, I do like you. I'm going to bang you up real good and show you I really want to be with you and just you and this. But you don't tuck that power you have from that and you just don't corrupt it. You're going to bang up everybody in the city. And you don't think the higher power looking at that? Don't think these diseases by mistake either. It ain't right. But the higher power going to put a stop to what they don't want happening around here. We just talked about this last night. We are the earth angels. This is Solomon and Gomorrah. Ain't no looking back. We have to get out. Especially when you know it's not being ran right. Period, point blank. They weren't looking for nobody perfect at all. They were just looking for the ones who knew that. They was looking for the ones that knew that was wrong, that was going on. Other people were just hypnotized and they're just enjoying themselves. And their friends was doing it, they was gonna do it. I'm telling you, pay attention to what's going on. This is what's going on. Just be aware. This is why the higher power gave us awareness. But now it is time to exit and create something new. This because you can stand in this burning building all you want, but y'all know it's burning up and it's gonna fall on us. So the fact that you got the will to get out now, start making preparations now. But anyway, y'all, it's gonna be 555. Y'all know that it's change. So off that note, change is coming. 2026, we need to stop. Please push that if y'all can. I'm telling you, because enough is enough. And when enough is enough, you be tired of something and you just fed up. And we're fed up. Nothing feels the same. We can't eat and enjoy each other's company how we used to. We can't go to restaurants. We can't go to theaters. I mean, ain't you tired of what you can't go to? All you can do is make yourself comfortable in your home. And it's a prison because you got to think, even with us being in here by ourselves, we in here by ourselves with our thoughts. There could be good thoughts, them can be bad thoughts. I did not say that the demons can't get on you when you by yourself. How you think more people commit suicide? How you think more people commit suicide when they by themselves. I'm on live. But yeah, so we need to pay attention to that. When you by yourself, try and keep yourself in an upbeat, listen to jazz, listen to meditation music. I wouldn't say listen to your slow music too much. If you can handle that, do that. You understand? But if you know you in a depressed state and you lonely and like lonely for some companionship, don't listen to no sad slow music and stuff like that, because sometimes that music will push your ass off the edge. You have to listen to you some meditation, some jazz, something that elevates you that don't got no words, because we already thinking enough. We already got enough going on. That's why I listen to jazz. It ain't nothing but instruments in there. And you can close your eyes and you just, it's like elevator music. It elevates you. Really, it do. It rises you up. Thank you. It rises you up. Thank you. They said I was going to be a preacher. I knew it wasn't for church. You know that? But hey, we got enough stuff to preach about that don't have to be about Christianity. So I'm all right with that. I wasn't all right with being no preacher. Some people think that was an accolade. That's why you had so many kids that fell into that trap. Their father, their uncle, their granddaddy was a preacher and stuff like that. And being that they saw that spirit that someone wanted to be a leader or speaker or motivational speaker, then they pushed them into being a pastor. That don't mean you had to be no pastor. And a lot of them figure that out once they jump in that path and they go down that road. Like now, because I see so many of them that used to be, actually, I clap. When I see a pastor that used to be a Christian, like into Christianity, and they woke up, I clap. I clap because you can't stay stuck in one thing. It's truths all over this world, as if you don't saw. Each story of religion has truth to it. Buddha, the deity with the 4-5 arms and stuff like that. All of that stuff has truth. Because you got to think, it's parts of this earth that ain't even been stepped on or discovered yet. So therefore, it's information that we have not even been privy to. Let alone to think that somebody gonna just slide you out one black book and it's gonna solve all your problems. It's too easy. To me, it's too easy and it's too lazy. And I look at anybody in Christianity as lazy. Say what you want. I told you get off my page or whatnot. Period. We go deep. It's about going deep. To me, that's lazy because you will settle. You just gonna settle. Just like folks used to sit in church and think because the pastor was telling them and they can clap and fan themselves. Yeah, I know that's right, Pastor. Amen. So yeah, you made yourself feel like you was under the umbrella of safety. That's why y'all went along to get along with the pastor, and he could get any money or anything out your pocket. And that's crazy, y'all. We got to think about that. That meant the people of the church weren't too good either. It wasn't that you were saved. You just thought you was going to be saved since you was up under the pastor. Or since you was up under his congregation, he was safety. Since he was a man of God or he was speaking for God. But that should let you know in duality, both of you were using each other. So this is why I really don't care for church either. It's very hypocritical and things. So you have people trying to tell you stuff, but they doing the opposite, especially with the gay shit. So, I mean, that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. Like, okay, y'all said don't fornicate, But y'all around this thing having babies from other women in the church. Y'all sleeping with the women in the church. Women walking by with tight dresses on, pastor looking at their booty. Not that they ain't human now. Come on, we got to be honest. They got eyeballs. But still, be upfront and be a real person. Be like, hey, I'm a human. I'm a pastor, but that's a fat ass. You'll respect somebody more like that. You be like, Pastor, you mannish as hell. Hey, but I'm real though. Yeah, cause at least you know they real. Not no sneaky pedophilia type person. You know, who's secretly looking at you out the side of their eye and like, ooh, I'm gonna get Sister Teresa when she go to the bathroom. And that's the kind of shit that be going on and stuff like that. Trust me, who got time to want to stay around something that you keep seeing that kind of behavior? You ain't learning nothing. It's not making you whole. Church wasn't making me whole. Them stories, they wasn't filling me up. But when I heard about black magic, and not even black magic, just the power of spirituality, spirit in itself, that empowered me. Period, point blank. Not by hearing about them people in the Bible, and none of them really didn't do too much to enrich their life. They succumbed to whatever was being told and done to them because they had to just submit and hold on and let God handle their battle. And then maybe that's why that didn't resonate with me. Because guess what? You are God. So you gonna handle your battle. You are the creator. You create your situation. You got to get yourself out of your situation. So this is why this stuff appealed to me, because I just knew it was more truth than what was being told. And like I said, you're going to lose some people along the way once you start thinking that way, but higher power clear space so the right people can come around you. So if the right people ain't around you yet, y'all just keep your heart open and keep your mind open. They coming. Our tribe, our Earth Angel Squad, they out here. And we all gonna meet up and do what we gotta do. Cause they hear the signals, and they hear the sounds, and they hear the signs. And we just gotta show up and be tired. Like I said, 2026, let's just stop. STOP. And it's not nothing hard. That ain't then nobody got to go to the grocery store and do. All we got to do is just stop. It don't cost nothing. Is it scary? Well, yeah, you gonna have to see what the effect of stopping causes. But what do we got to lose? We already hungry. We already sick. We already dying, and we already ain't satisfied. So can you get any of that? And ain't you tired of seeing your loved ones passing away? Like you ain't even getting to enjoy them how we should. We supposed to be able to take our grandmamas and stuff on a beach trip somewhere, even knowing they getting old. We supposed to be able to say, hey family, let's get together and take mama or grandma them to the beach. Y'all know they old. We know we gonna go spend time. We ain't worried about working. We just want to spend our time. This how we should be. Since we know we not here for a long time, we should really be rejoicing each other. Be grateful for the people you love every day. If you love them like me, if I love you, I love you. And that's why I go so hard, maybe overboard to show it, and you want that same reciprocation. Because if I say I love you because I'm grateful because you look out for me. You know, some people just look at people who just do stuff for them, but somebody who come in your life, they give you advice. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes if you ain't got, they got. Them the people you stand by. You don't use those kind of people because they definitely ain't coming by that fast in this world right now, if any more of them is out here. But a lot of us just take stuff for granted, and that's because we a small race. We a small race, and higher power finna show us how it is not to have nothing and appreciate it. And to be honest, maybe we do need to be tucked down a peg or two. Nobody ain't never thought of that. I did. When I used to go in the grocery store a long time ago, my light switched on and I saw we had chicken wrapped up in plastic and made look pretty, ham hocks, neck bones. And something woke up in me and it said, these is all animal pieces wrapped up with a price on it. And we sitting up here walking around in a grocery store like we sophisticated, putting it in our cart. And I mean, because you got to really just look at how that looks. Think of the whole animal first. And then think of us savages, because now we the savage, barbaric people. And we going into the grocery store and we picking some meat of an animal that don't been slaughtered and put in a package to make us feel better about eating it. Because that's really what happened. Because we didn't go out there and eat it whole when it was running around in the field. But when they chopped it up and put it in plastic or in some type of pretty plastic and stuff, we go and get it to make us feel like we sophisticated and better than anybody else. So we got so much things to look at and to go off of where we wrong, where we can walk into our 2026. We just got to be willing to do it, y'all. And like I said, we got to want to get along. We got to. It's our only way. And it's a beautiful thing because it's a lot waiting for us to help each other. We got so much to offer each other. And we need to start. But this is Papa Aries. It's Friday night. If y'all is bored, I'm going to tell y'all, look at some of your movies. Listen to your music. Hell, I even look at my Nigerians. I hope y'all get better, man. I look at my Nigerian movies. It's different things you can find to amuse yourself where you don't be bored. Where you get into some activities that ain't worth your character. Let's say that. Because there's so much temptation out here that you could be getting into. But guess what? Higher power got you by yourself for a reason. So reflect on making you better. And let's remember to get out our own way for 2026. Because we in our way. So let's get out our own way for 2026. And like I said, it's Papa Aries. Thank y'all for listening. I hope y'all shared the live. If y'all did, I appreciate you so much. And y'all have a beautiful night. All right? Thank y'all.